The Cosmic Portal welcomes you. And please, subscribe for more.
Good afternoon, everyone. Calibus Ran here. I think we need to talk about this. Okay. It is. Oh my gosh. Where do I even begin? Okay, first of all, a lot of you guys know how I feel about Marvel. I loved, I love some of the earlier stuff. Blade, Spider-Man. I even loved The Punisher with Thomas Jane, and I even liked Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Going into the new era, that I still like the first Avenger. I love that movie. I mean, it's the ending that got me. You know what I mean? I was a big Iron Man fan. Going into all of this, and then Civil War happened, and suddenly I'm this big Captain America fan because he stood by his friend. The guy that was stuffing newspapers in his shoes, thought he was dead. He's alive. I became this big Captain America fan. I am going to go see, of course, Captain America, Brave New World or Bold New World when it comes out. A lot of people, a lot of YouTubers. Oh, this is a travesty. This isn't Captain America. No, it's not Steve Rogers. It's not Steve Rogers. Captain America is not one man. Y'all really got me twisted with this stuff, and because it really came out kind of racist the way some of these YouTubers came out with it. This is garbage. This is Captain America. And I get it, I mean, I'm a big Batman fan, and I've always said that, Batman has to be Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne has to be a white dude because it's Bruce Wayne. That's the character. The thing with Captain America is you've seen so many different changes for the character. Okay. Just like with Batman, now there's Jace Fox, who is Batman, but he's the Batman of New York. I got it. That's cool. I can deal with that because he's not in the same setting. He's not in the same whatchamacallit. Now, Captain America went old and he passed on the shield. It's the next generation. You can get with that. But it seems like a lot of us are stuck in our own head canon and can't move forward. Which brings me to the Marvels here. Because when I met Miss Marvel, I met her as the lady here on the right of the screen back in Secret Wars. Tony Stark wasn't in Secret Wars. Rhodey was. And everyone thought that it was still Tony Stark, and he was trying to get with Captain Marvel. That's how I remember Captain Marvel. I barely remember this. And then, of course, we have the new iteration of her. But again, guys, I didn't put much stock in it. And I didn't put much stock into the first movie because I had said all along that something was wrong with this because they were padding the seats. There were people taking videos before the movie even started in the first Captain Marvel, and they said that this was sold out, but there's only 3 of us in here. There's only 4 of us in here, and a movie theater actually said that the seats were bought out, but nobody came to see this. So Disney was definitely padding to get this. She's a blockbuster. Everybody wants to see this type of hero. No, nobody wants to see this type of hero. And here's why. 47 million opening weekend. CNBC. I've been getting a lot of flack with people telling me, oh, where's your sources? What kind of sources you are? Here's the source. Sarah Whittington. She published on this on the 12th, yesterday. 47 million domestically. The only films that have opened lower than 60 million has been 2015's Ant-Man and Hulk's Incredible Hulk 2008. Disney struggles to reconnect with its audience in the post-Endgame era. Now, again, guys, you can say a lot of this stuff has to deal with, the way COVID hit us, and there won't be another renaissance like that for the movie theaters. I gotta be honest with you, I really don't trust the movie theaters to go to, especially with a huge audience, because you don't know who's taking the precautions to do what for themselves. And I have to take my own. I myself have a weak immune system due to my condition that I have, and I have to be extra cautious. So, you know what I mean? But here you go. Lowest grossing Marvel cinematic openings, The Marvels, 47. Incredible Hulk of 2008, 2015, 2011, The First Avenger. Now, this is the one that I like the most. Thor 60. I didn't believe Thor was that low. And The Eternals. And that movie blew. And it got more hits than anything else. But despite having the lowest domestic, the Marvels prove once again it is important to have an international market. So the international market might save this movie. Saw a domestic universe opening between 75 and 80 million. So it did more overseas than it did here. But it has the title of the worst opening ever for any Marvel movie post Endgame era, which again just goes to show you that we're tired of the same old stuff. And they give us B-list characters instead of focusing on whatever, and then they change, they find out something that's hot. DC does it too. Harley Quinn is a new thing. Let's make her an anti-hero. Let's give her a cartoon show where she can curse and be really hypersexual and get everybody in here, which is crazy. That's not Harley. That's not, And then you get these bimbos that dress up as her and they think that they know Harley Quinn and all they've seen is a movie. And it really just disturbs me. I hate that. I hate that look all day long, where people, they get the movie, they love the movie, and then they want to emulate the movie and they think they know the character and they don't. Now, I'm saying that, dressing up as certain characters can't be fun based off that one image that you have. But when you try to base your whole cosplaying persona off of one person that you don't know as well as you think you do, you look kind of stupid doing it. I just, for those of you who are trying to put on that persona thing, I recently found that out with my whole Mandalorian look. It's impossible to pull off unless you have the right tools at your disposal for it. Anyway, again, it's just, look at this. This is, to be sure, 47 million isn't bad for any film. And that's another thing that we have, right? You get a marketing budget. You get a budget of your movie. If you don't make 3 times that budget, your movie sucks. Your movie's bad. It didn't make any money and it's trash. Which, I mean, I get it. 3 times the money. I get it. But at the same time, you're making millions of dollars on these films, and let's not talk about t-shirts, the merchandising side of it. You know, they're going to be Ms. Marvel t-shirts, Ms. Marvel toys, and they may not sell. But a lot of this stuff, guys, is crazy to me, because you know, they'll be like, Denny's might have a Ms. Marvel pancake special or something like that. Some of that money still goes to Disney. So, you know, I don't see how they keep calling these movies flops and all this other stuff, but they need to make 3 times the money. I don't know what the budget is. So internationally, bringing in a haul of with the international, it made $110 million, which is great, but they're already calling it a failure. Marvel's worse, you know. I don't know, but I know it ain't going no further. You know what I mean? It ain't really going any further. And this, to me, 100 million, 103, 110 million, that's still a pretty good haul, right? But it's got to make 3 times the box office. 3 times the box office for it to do anything. If it doesn't make 3 times the box office, it ain't going anywhere. It's going to be labeled a failure. And that is that, to be honest with you. I don't really, again, I've never been a big Marvel fan. I like the TV show. I thought the little Indian girl was great. I thought that show was okay too. I mean, of course, I like the Hawkeye thing. A lot of people didn't like that. But I'm not invested in the characters. That's the problem. I don't know enough about the characters to be invested in their longevity, or this is what Hawkeye would do, or this is what this girl would do. I'm along for the ride because I'm ignorant of the character's past. I'm not buried in head canon. Unfortunately, with the Marvels, I know a little bit about, like I said, Ms. Marvel from my tenure in the 80s in comics and stuff like that. She was a B-list character back then. You know, they kept saying how powerful she was, but they never put her to the forefront. And of course, now with the whole MCU thing, they moved, you know, most of the ladies to the forefront, thinking that everybody was going to be on board. And you could have did it in a way that didn't humiliate all the other heroes. Unfortunately, they're saying that the fans are pushing back, and now what are they doing? They're backpedaling. I hear that Tony Stark is coming back, and all this other stuff, because, you know, it sells. They want that money and it sells. But again, if they would just stop and take a moment, you don't have to push the male characters away or make them inept and push all these lady leads to the front, because that whole Endgame's, that one little lady sequence, I was kind of like, wow, you're really pushing the market there, ain't you? You know, a lot of people were like, yeah, that was a really unnecessary move on their part. But again, I'm not too invested in this. I wanted to make a video on it to put my voice to the spectrum. Again, guys, it's totally on you how you feel about the Marvels or whatever. You know, go see it, judge it for yourself. Don't take my word for it, and please don't take Sarah's word for it. Go see it, see how you feel about the movie. Again, I'll wait for it to come on Netflix or whatever else. You know what I mean? To watch it. I can't pay for it. I can't. You know, that the first one was yeah, no. So I am Calibus Rand with the Cosmic Portal. I thank you for your attention, and here's hoping for 2024 for some better movies.
Please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and thanks.